stood up and half of them were gone. He said, I looked up and asked God, why me? Here's one of the reasons. He ended up being a missionary down in Belize. Rick, you want the bike or this?
Good morning. Obviously, I have a lot of uncles and aunts that are from here, and I'll try to make it as short and sweet as possible. There are so many people that are here today that are here in the Garden of Memory that have such a great influence on me. It's part of me. I always remember my Uncle Alan, obviously being at the Spirit Town Hall. After the service over at the Spirit Town Hall, for a quarter you could get a couple scoops of ice cream, and Happy Memorial Day. My Aunt Grace, visiting her, would always have a cup of coffee and a good tune with Uncle Harold, and helping many people throughout the community. My father, my rock, my solid, who I was, I did not bring today the 365 testimonial day that he was given to him by was a deacon from Ogema Baptist Church before he went to the Second World War. I carried that and read it all the way until I retired in September 2012. My Uncle Johnny, I'll never forget the Wednesday Boys Brigade, always having fellowship and a little sermon at the conclusion of us breaking off into groups, going to Stone Lake at the end, camping, and many relatives and cousins coming out there and fishing and learning how to ski and boat. Uncle Ivor, I'll never forget helping him build a bridge to put out there on Haltman Lake, sitting there helping him weld a bridge to stick out there. Also, my Uncle Roy, with the twins Jeannie and Joanne, spending time with them, coming down to Texas and visiting. Also, Uncle Palmer, always, if you want to learn how to catch crappie in Haltman Lake, that was the man to ask, and Brewers and Green Bay Packers information. Uncle Laurie, always working in the sawmill down there on the farm, cutting 2x4s and stacking. Uncle Lyle, he was there for the day before I joined the military, celebrating his birthday. And of course, my Aunt Betty, singing her playing the piano numerous times at the Spirit Town Hall, playing great songs for me. And my Aunt Edith, giving fatherly advice when my mother was sick with Alzheimer's. But like I said, I am the son of Edwin Blumberg, a 22-year-old Army veteran. Memorial Day is a holiday for remembering and honoring military personnel who died in the service of our country, as well as those who served and later passed. This is reflected in John 15:13, which states, "Greater love has none than this, that one lay down his life for his friends." My desire to serve our great nation was influenced by the numerous patriots within my own family. My great uncle Arvid, my father Edwin, my uncles Alan, Johnny, Ivor, Roy, Lyle, and Laurie, and Uncle Palmer. Family members serving from World War I and still serving in our current wars and conflicts today. We must remember that our flag does not fly because the wind moves it. It flies with the last breath of each patriot who died protecting it. Thank you.
Have them here. Now we're going to give you a chance to sing a couple songs. Some of you had music and some of you know the words. And we're going to sing first America the Beautiful, and then we're going to do This Is My Country. Last Christmas we had a caroling group came and hit the neighborhood a few places. So we hope their voices are good and strong and are ready to sing along. Now my biggest problem is I started in the right key, so we'll give it a whirl. America the Beautiful. It starts so beautiful for spacious skies. Wow, God gave us a great day. I'm going to start this and I'll probably shut it off. Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, forever reigns the rain. For purple mountain majesties above the throated plain. America, America, God shed His grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood, from sea to shining sea. Oh, beautiful for pilgrim feet, whose stern impassioned stress a thoroughfare of freedom beat across the wilderness. America, America, God mend thine every flaw. Confirm thy soul in self-control, thy liberty in law. America, God shed His grace on thee, and common with brotherhood, from sea to shining sea. Now you're warmed up. Turn the volume up a little bit. Let's do the number 2 on that sheet. It's this is my country. It starts, this is my country, land of my birth. This is my country, grandest on earth. So we can find the right key on that one. This is my country, land of my birth. This is my country, grandest on earth. America the bold, for this is my country, to have and to hold. We're going to just read verses 2 and 3, and then we'll sing the last verse. How's that work? What difference if I hail from north or south, or from the east or the west? My heart is filled with love for all of these. I only know I swell with pride, and deep within my breast I thrill to see, oh glory, paint the breeze. With hand upon my heart, I thank the Lord for this my native land, for all I love is here within her gates. My soul is rooted deeply in the soil on which I stand, for these are my own United States. This is my country, land of my choice. This is my country, hear my proud voice. I pledge thee my allegiance, America the bold, for this is my country, to have and to hold. Okay, now I know this is going to be tough, but we're going to try to make... Do we have any World War II vets here? World War II. There's one over here and there's one there. Do we have any others? Okay, now if you families help those people, kick them out, help them. We want them to come up and sit here on these chairs. We'll even put it in the shade for you. You come back. Okay, these two guys are from World War II, and you've seen that up here. And Norman, what year? How old were you when you got into the military?
18.
And you think of that, and you talk to different people that were in World War II. These were kids.
Hell, that's what we were.
18, 19, we had friends in Barron. They were flying these big bombers at 19 and 20 years old. Do we have any 19 and 20 years old here? I wouldn't want you behind one of those bombers. But it's amazing. That's called the greatest generation. And I really believe that. Ed was over in the islands. Norman was over in the same area. And Norman had a little more pull, because when they were sailing to go to Japan, he talked the president into dropping the bomb. So he didn't have to go in the battle. And they had kind of the same deal. When they were going to go into Japan, the channel that they would have been going through was just, they found out later, was armed with some of the biggest and heaviest artillery that was available at the time. I think they called the 88s. I mean, they would blow lots of stuff apart. So anyway, good to have these two guys here. And then we learned also that the flight, the honor flight to D.C., how many think these two guys should go there this fall, September? Okay, it's unanimous, so we got to start working towards that and see if we can get those guys over there in September. Thank you. Here we go. Okay, we've just got a couple of things that we want to give them. So if, Nancy, you got to come up. I wanted to find corsages, but I thought these guys wouldn't wear corsages anyhow. They can hang these on their doorknobs, and where are we? Julie, I think we got you next. You can give them a hug or a kiss or a kick or whatever you'd like. That's don't hang, just not on their lip. Right, and you can do that when you don't put it on the doorknob. And then our cousin Neil, who lives on Appleton, has found a place down there with souvenirs, and he actually donated these. And let's see, Joyce. I was going to have Joyce come up. Norman's daughter, Joyce. And that's, did you show it to people, or are you singing it? And Leanne. He also sent some stickers I put on the bottom, World War II guys. And, we couldn't find the U.S. Marine one, so we just put the waves on yours. Is that okay, Ed? There you go. That's from Neil. And we had a couple guys that have really been helpful in holding the flag, so I'm going to ask those to come up here, Garrett and Riley. They've been practicing this, so they know exactly how to do it. We're going to hold the flag out, and we're all going to give the pledge to the flag. And then we got a couple songs we want to sing, one about the Army and one about the Marines. So let's do the pledge first.
Turn it around, boys. Other way.
That, guys?
Turn it around.
Hold it. Well, you've got instructions on that one.
Wrong way.
Let's pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You may be seated. Then you guys can show us how to fold it. even to the point where they fold the blue underneath. Good job, guys. Get more to each. You can take those home and fly them. I know Ed needs a flag on his pole very bad. So, okay, we're going to sing a couple songs, and first of all, the Army song. You guys want to sing solos on this, or should we sing with you? Okay, over hill. Over hill, over dale, we shall hit the dusty trail, and those caissons go rolling along.
Up and down, in and out, listen to the dove boys shout, and the caissons go rolling along.
Oh, it's high, high, hey, the field artillery. Count up your numbers loud and strong. So wherever you go, you will always know that those caissons go rolling along. Keep them rolling. That those caissons go rolling along. And then the hymn song. The Marines hymn song. From the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli, we shall fight our country's battles on the land and on the sea. First to fight for right and freedom, and to keep our honor clean. We are proud to claim the title of the United States Marine. Our flags unfurled to every breeze, from dawn to setting sun. We have fought in every clime and place where we could take a gun. In the snow of far-off northern lands, and in sunny tropic scenes, you will find us always on the job, the United States Marines. You did a good job. Give yourself an applause. How many of the Army that we have here, people that served in the Army, put your hand up. Okay, several through here. How about the Marines? They're probably sleeping in. No. Oh, on Liberty, it's Holly. Okay. There's one more verse that goes with the Marines. Anybody here that has something they want to share? We have open mic. Leo DeLaire, come on up here.
What?
Leo came and stole one of our gals from this township, but he's getting closer back.
And we have our heroes buried here. Joanne's father, Harry Bryant, is buried in this cemetery, and we both have plots here. We have a son, our second son, Robin, is starting his 33rd year in the military. Spent 8 years in the Navy, flew on a P-3 Orion during the Cold War, and then when he got married in Florida, later transferred to the Mississippi Air National Guard and now flies as a loadmaster on a C-17. Has 8,500 flight hours, flying a lot of time in and out of Afghanistan and Iraq during the war. So we are proud of our military, all the people in this area that have served so valiantly, and we're a very patriotic family, even though I'm a Canadian.
I just want to say something about our World War II vets. They're people that we worked with, people that we knew as neighbors, but we didn't know anything about the war that they fought in. And now and then I heard Herman talk to Gus Levine, and they were hewing ties, and they were talking about the mustard gas that they encountered out in Europe during the First World War. Now, Wisconsin, regarding the Civil War, we'd only been a nation just a couple of years before that war broke out, and yet we had troops there, and we had people from this area were also involved in the Civil War way back in those years. But I don't know if we have any markers here in this cemetery, but I know that there are some around in the community.
I had a note earlier that I passed over, but if some of you are making a bucket list, there's two places I would suggest you go. One is Gettysburg. A couple of years ago, going to Leanne's daughter's funeral, we were able to spend a day at Gettysburg.
Wedding.
Wedding. Yes, the wedding. We spent a day in Gettysburg.
It was an oops because we're in a
The
cemetery.
Wisconsin crew had been there during that time. There was a memorial for a Wisconsin crew there as well. And that really puts you back to what our forefathers went through so we can have this. And the other one is Arlington Cemetery. I think there's over 5,000 people there today watching them laying the wreath on the tomb of the unknown soldier. It's worth the drive, worth your time. And there's many others, but those two come to my mind. The Legion puts flag on all the graves. They do that. It's a beautiful, beautiful sight. One of the guys in the Legion that was here, there's a crew that he rides with in the cycles, and they go someplace and put out, I think it's 5,000 wreaths they put on someplace where they go. We need to think more about our roots and what was given for our freedom, and give God the thanks for allowing us to be here. We'll close with God Bless America. While the storm clouds gather far across the sea, let us swear allegiance to a land that's free. Let us all be grateful for a land so fair, as we raise our voices in a solemn prayer. God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with a light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the ocean white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home. We got a minute. Anybody want this? Let's give these guys a round of applause. And please ask Ashley to forgive me. Thank you.
Do you want to get a picture of the fire now, or you want to wait?
You have to have help getting out of the chair, I think.
Here's something, Mom.
Yeah.
Where you have